Okay, this type of stuff cracks me up because once you know what you're looking at, it becomes funny. Although it's disgusting to me as being a believer in Jesus Christ, I can see exactly what they're doing here. I'm going to tell you how they put a twist on a very famous story about Jesus and what the Christians don't understand about this story. Now, when you look at this, they use this picture all the time. Okay? They use it all the time for UFO research. Well, we know. Here we got the red, we got the blue, and then we got the black, right? Interesting they put Jesus with red hair with the blue sash. Whatever. I could give a fuck less. And of course, that's the only handout, which is, going towards the left pillar. So we got all of this over here, and we got all of this going on over here, right? Okay, well, what's going on here? If we look really close at this, what appendage does this look like? What does this look like? Does this look like the head of something? I'll give you a clue. Fellas, you ever heard anybody say, "How's it hanging?" Okay. Now, I'm going to give you two scenarios from the Bible. One follows right after the other one, where they've taken this and they've twisted this into a sexual story. So we have Jesus as the Savior, right? And it's a gag for them because of the way that they wrote it, the way that they meant it. The Christians believe that before all this shit breaks loose on this planet, that they're going to be raptured. Raptured, they believe it means that you're going to be taken up. Okay, if you go back and you listen to that song from the 80s, late 70s, 80s, Raptured by Blondie, the rapture that they're talking about is the state of ecstasy. And I don't mean the tablet you buy in the street. I mean sexual ecstasy. Now listen to the words that come right after this. Okay, Christians say this all the time, and they're getting laughed at. I believe in Jesus. This is not me trying to break down the Christian way. The rapture is a state of euphoria during sexual intercourse. If you listen to what it says right after they talk about the rapture, they say, before the coming of Christ, the rapture happens. Did you catch that? The rapture and the coming of Christ. They made it into a sexual story, and they made a nice ding-a-ling to go with it. There's another bell. It's a dickhead. This is also on top of the church, another pretty nasty thing called a colonnade. You stick it in your ass. You see how the church is just completely perverted? The Masons built all the churches, and they put sexual history in it. So basically what you got is a big-ass butt plug, a euphoric feeling before you come. That's it. That's what that picture is right there. That's it. Sorry. Doesn't change my view. I could care less if Jesus was an eggplant. It's his message, not all of this silliness. But that's what it is. So when Christians go, "Oh, before the coming of Christ, the rapture happens." Anytime you're boning abroad, the rapture happens before the coming. Hang on, I'll show you one other picture. Well, without having to rearrange the picture, up at the top here, it says "My Father's Son," S-O-N. You see in the center here? You see that explosion? You see the two X's? Okay? See the flame? The male and the female? You see the two X's? Because in the physiological, when a man has an orgasm, the electrical shock, however the Creator made this, is what activates it does something to the DNA. A woman can still get pregnant through fertilization in a lab, but there's something that happens in a male. That's why you feel it up through your spine when you orgasm, that affects the sperm. And the reason that you see these lights coming off of here is that's the Big Bang. Now, this is them doing this. That's why you got the seal of Saturn on it. It's them making their own story out of the story of Christ. I'm just telling you, just understand the other side of it, how they work it. That's all. This is not a bash the Christians, make fun and laugh and joke at people's deeply held beliefs. But this is what they believe that story means. That's all.